Welcome back to my video, guys, and today I'm gonna show you how to beat Slender and Beefy Gorgons, the best designed enemies in my opinion. These are my favorite enemies to fight and I love it. But a lot of people have been asking me how to beat them on the new version now because you don't have the OP Dustin and Mike with the yellow team. And I'm gonna show you now. Let's first of all study their abilities, what they can do. So starting with Beefy Gorgon, who's the muscly Gorgon. He's a purple color attribute. And his normal attack hits one of your characters, and he can hit two characters if he has the Fury. And Fury is a very bad ability because it gives the enemies extra attack, something you really want to take care of. Right, his charge attack gives shield to both Slender and Beefy Gorgons, and it's quite a lot of shield, I have to say, and it also cracks a lot of dices. So dice cracking is bad because it cuts their power by 50%, so they do less damage when they hit the enemy. Okay. And then we have the Slender Gorgon, who's the skinny Gorgon, and this guy is a yellow attribute, and his normal attack hits 2 units, and now with Fury he can hit 3, maybe even 4 units. Actually, I haven't checked, it didn't show quite perfectly how, but it's around 3 or 4 characters you can hit, at least 3 for sure with Fury, and that's a pretty powerful attack because his special is giving not only Fury to both of them, but it gives Bravery for 3 turns to both of them. And when you mix your normal attack that can hit twice with Fury that can now hit 3 and 4 times, and then you have Bravery which increases the attack by 25%, you get one crazy attack. And so Slender Gorgon is the enemy you really want to take care of first because he hits very hard, and you want to take care of his Fury and Bravery. So this is something you really want to do first if you want to beat the mission. Don't focus on Beefy because he's mainly a shield and crack dicer, but his attack is not that. If he doesn't have Fury, he can only hit one enemy and he's not gonna be that strong attack. Right, so let's talk about teams. So ideally, if you want to have the best chance at beating them, you want to use level 200 characters, and this means that your characters need to be at least 5.5 star, meaning that you only want to use ultra characters and they need to be 5.5 star. Now, okay, first things first, you want to bring at least one heavy damage dealer. By what I mean by that is that their activated ability deals damage ideally to both enemies at the same time. The best ones here are gonna be either Erica, so Erica hits everybody for 500% damage, and this is really nice, and then Nancy. Nancy is probably a better one here because Nancy can give vulnerability, meaning that she can make the attacks of the whole team stronger, and she's gonna hit the first enemy with 800% damage. If he has vulnerability, she can hit for another 800% damage, so that's 1600% damage plus vulnerability. He can hit even harder, and then she can hit every enemy, so she can hit both of them and give them vulnerability, and on top of that she has height, so she can protect herself from their attacks. Yeah. Now, the second character you want to get is you want to get buff removal character. So this is gonna be either Blue Steve or Yellow Dustin. Yellow Dustin is obviously a better character because Slender Gorgon, Beefy Gorgon is a purple character, so Dustin is gonna do more damage to this character. On top of that, he's gonna delay Beefy's Gorgon attacks by 2 turns, so he's gonna have 5 turns in order to be able to do plenty of damage before he can activate his shield, and he does a good amount of damage, plus he's a buff remover. So ideally you want to have one of them. I have them both on my team to ensure the maximum effect of buff removing abilities, because you want to take care of that Fury and shield and Bravery, and then be able to kill the guys faster. Steve is very nice because Steve actually every time you swap blue dices at the start of every turn, he's gonna activate buff removal dices, and these are really nice because they remove buffs, which is amazing. So this is something I like about Steve, and his damage that he does is pretty nice. I like that 1100% damage. Okay, and he gives himself thorns, and thorns are really nice because if in case they attack you, they can return damage and deal damage to the enemy as well. Now, the fourth character here, it depends how you want to mix them, but you can also add Max to the mix, because Max is not only going to be able to hit strong, but because she's a yellow unit, she can destroy Beefy Gorgon. Because he's a purple unit, she's going to automatically remove Fury from both of them when you activate her ability, and something you really want to take care of. Fury is very deadly if you don't take care of it, especially for Slender Gorgon. Right. Okay. And so for the fifth character, I personally use 11, and she's a charge character. She charges Dustin and Steve in order for them to ensure that when the enemy uses their special abilities, I have my team charge, and I can straight away remove their buffs. So yeah, the other thing I really like about her is that she's gonna give everybody thorns so they can return fire in case they get hit. So this is something you really wanna ensure that you have. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now you can also take a healer like Argyle if you want for a fifth character, but you're gonna lose one or two characters anyway. Like during my tests when I tried to beat this mission, I would usually lose one or two characters before beating them, so that's something like normal. As long as you beat the mission, it's fine. So I don't necessarily use the healer on this mission, but yeah. Regarding the heavy hitters, Robin is pretty nice as well because she can give vulnerability as well in case you don't have one of the others. I only have Erica, she's my strongest character here, and yeah. So now my characters, when it comes to gear, I have no gear on my characters. I only have one 6-star piece of gear on Erica, and that's pretty much it. Everybody else, so as you can see, like Steve, he has no gear. Dustin has no gear as well. I'm using 11 because Beefy Gorgon cracks dices, and 11 empowers them, as also she activates dices. So you want to filter the dices after 11 activates dices, because then you're gonna have one of the less colors. So you want to make sure you swap dices pretty fast, and that's where 11 kicks in. Not only that she can empower dices, but because Erica can empower blue dices when you have 11 and Steve in one team, it's crazy because the powered blue dices are very strong. So yeah, as you can see, nobody has actually any gear. So now, let's try and do it, alright? So, as I already said, their average level is 189, so you want to have your characters at least level 200. All my characters are 6-star, so I have a bit of advantage here. So this is the team I'm using in no particular order. You can put them in any order you want. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Let's try and beat them. And that's how you beat them. Pretty easy, pretty damn easy, guys. There you go, not too hard at all. This is the mission, guys. So we are cleaning these guys again, and that's pretty much it. All right, let's get out here. Well, that's the chapter, guys. That's a chapter. So yeah, this is how you beat them. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on my next video.